Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. It's good to talk to all of you today. Please let me know if you have any questions about your sleep, whether it's related to what we're talking about or not today. You can put them in the comments and I am happy to answer them. So, this will be my last time going live this week. Tomorrow, I am going to be at an event all day um, in my town. I used to be part of a program called Womentum, that is a women's mentoring program, and they put on a summit every year. And so it's happening tonight and tomorrow all day. So I will be at that, which I am really excited about. All right, today I want to talk about how to get to the root cause of your sleep issues so you can stop spending money on medical bills. So, if you've been struggling to sleep for a while, you've probably spent plenty of time and money trying to fix it. You've gone to multiple doctors, specialists, or therapists over the past few years and you haven't gotten better. And then what happens is you then have medical bills for other health conditions that are actually related to your poor sleep, because poor sleep and other symptoms are just a sign that your body is out of whack. And so, if you have been diagnosed with different diseases and disorders and conditions, again, it's a sign that your body is out of balance. So this is costing you money, and it also means that you are spending more time suffering from insomnia than necessary. And by now, you've probably seen that the medical system isn't going to be able to help you overcome insomnia without just giving you a drug. So I actually talked to a new client yesterday. He spent the past 3 years going to his doctor, going to specialists, trying to figure out, what's causing his sleep issues, and nothing has helped. He doesn't want to take sleep meds. They actually didn't even work. And so he's realized that it's time for another approach. And so he was really excited to sign up for the program and do the functional lab testing and finally get to the bottom of what is actually causing this. So that's what I do in my programs, especially the Complete Sleep Solution. We find the root cause of why you aren't sleeping normally and also help with other or other health issues as well, so that you don't keep spending money on the wrong things that aren't actually solving the problem. So by helping you restore your health, the Complete Sleep Solution program will ensure you don't need to spend any more money on medical bills, right? And I think, we always start with going to our doctor because that's what's covered by insurance. And unfortunately, the tests that I run aren't covered by insurance. Even though they are preventative, they actually get to the root cause, but it's just what is going on with our healthcare and medical system right now. I hope that things change in the future. I would love it if these tests in my program are all covered by insurance. It's actually in the best interest of even the insurance companies to do that, because again, by helping prevent disease and getting people healthy, the insurance companies wouldn't have to spend as much money on supporting people with cancer and dementia and all the other chronic diseases that are plaguing our society these days. So, we are looking at all the systems in your body that are affecting your sleep. So you don't need to see multiple specialists and wait months for appointments to look at different parts of the body, right? So many of my clients, they've seen a gastroenterologist for gut health. They've seen an endocrinologist for hormones or thyroid. They've seen a neurologist for brain health, right? I mean, it makes sense that we would think that sleep has something to do with our brain. And it does, but not in the way that you have some crazy disorder, but just in the way that there could be inflammation in your brain, and that could be actually from your gut, because the gut and the brain are connected via the vagus nerve. It could be from neurotransmitter imbalances, from hormone imbalances that are making it seem like it's in your head, but it's not all in your head. It's in your entire body. And I think what has also happened in the medical system is that there are all these specialties, and that's been really important. That's how we've learned so much about how the gut works and how, the hormone system works and everything like that. But What has been left out is the fact that everything in the body is connected. So all the different systems in your body are connected, and your gastroenterologist is not talking to your endocrinologist, and they are not talking to your neurologist, even though all of those things are connected. Like what is happening in your brain is connected to what's happening in your gut. What's happening in your gut is connected to what's going on with your hormones. Because let's say that you have a pathogen in your gut, your body's constantly releasing cortisol to deal with that pathogen, to deal with the inflammation that the pathogen is causing. Well, guess what? Your body uses all of its resources to make cortisol to deal with stress. That takes away the resources that it needs to make your sex hormones, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. So I commonly see a lot of then the sex hormones are depleted. Cortisol is really high, sex hormones are really low. Both of those are contributing to your sleep to your sleep issues. So everything is connected. What's happening in your gut is affecting your liver function. Your liver function is also affecting your hormones. So looking at the big picture is unfortunately what is missing from the medical system right now. And again, I hope that that changes. But for now, doctors are they are trained to diagnose disease, which is why they go through so many years of medical school because they have to be able to look at all these symptoms and put them together into a diagnosis. And there are hundreds of diseases out there. So they have a lot of training, but then they're what they are learned to deal with those things is to prescribe a drug. And so it's not really your doctor's job to promote health. It's to diagnose and treat disease. And unfortunately, restoring health is a different thing. And that's not what your doctor's been trained to do. It's not what actually their job is. So to avoid going to the doctor, you want to actually restore your health. And so that is what we can help you with in the Complete Sleep Solution program. You also don't need to do a sleep study unless you do want to screen for sleep apnea. Now, it is important if you have sleep apnea that you do something about it. Sleep apnea, you know, when you stop breathing in the middle of the night multiple times, that is affecting the oxygen getting to your brain. That can lead to heart issues. It can lead to a lot of health issues. So, sleep apnea is absolutely something you want to address. But just so you know, that's what a sleep study is looking for. It's not going to show you why you aren't sleeping. So many of my clients have done a sleep study and either there's mild sleep apnea or there's nothing found and they're like, "Yeah, you didn't sleep much." And that's all that's all that they are told. And they're like, "Yeah, I already know that I don't sleep much." But I think we think that a sleep study is going to show why, but it's not. And then they're just going to refer you to a neurologist or to a psychiatrist who's going to prescribe a sleeping pill. So now in the Complete Sleep Solution program, we also help you with the mental part of not sleeping well. So you also won't need to spend money seeing a therapist or doing cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia. So, and many of my clients have done cognitive behavioral therapy or seen a therapist and they still haven't gotten better. And that's because there are imbalances in your body that are also causing your sleep issues. So I do see not being able to sleep normally. It can be a combination of a mental and physical problem. And so I do very much believe in addressing both of those things. Because even if it's from a parasite and hormone imbalance, and those are the reasons why you aren't sleeping, it gets into your head. And I know this from personal experience. Like I started obsessing about sleep. I was thinking about sleep all the time. I was complaining about my sleep to everyone I knew. Like my husband, first thing I woke up or got up in the morning, I was like, "Oh, I'm so tired. I didn't sleep well." As soon as I got to work, I told all my coworkers. If I hung out with my friends later, like that's what I talked about. And so it very much got in my head, even though that wasn't why I wasn't sleeping in the first place. It was because I had a parasite, I had hormone imbalance, I had heavy metals. I was reacting to different foods because my gut was damaged from the parasite. I had neurotransmitter deficiencies, but it got in my head. And so even if you've done CBTI, if you still worry about sleep, if you're obsessing about sleep, if you're complaining about how tired you are all the time, it's still in your head. And so we need to address the root causes that are happening in your body, the underlying health issues. But we also need to work on your thoughts about sleep. And so we can help you eliminate anxiety about sleep and kind of obsessing about sleep. Even before you start sleeping better, we want to start working on that. So, a body and mind approach is really important. And there's nothing out there that's doing it like this. I don't know if anyone who is approaching this from a body and mind perspective. So a functional medicine doctor might do some of the same test, or a naturopath, although I've worked with so many clients who have gone to naturopaths, functional medicine doctors, other practitioners, and still not gotten better. And I think it's because they don't specialize in sleep and they aren't looking for all the different things that can cause sleep issues. But it's also, they're addressing the physiological reasons why you aren't sleeping. We want to also address the mental reasons at the same time. So that is what we do in the Complete Sleep Solution program. That's why there are 6 months of support. You have 12 sessions with a coach who is trained in the sleep detective method, who has the same certification I do with the lab testing. And so you'll not only do the lab testing and find the physical root causes, you'll also work on the mental part, your mindset about not sleeping as well, to the degree that you need it. It's different for everyone, right? For some people, that's a big part of it. And for others, it's not. So the program is totally customized to you and what you need. So whether that's 10% working on the mental part, 50% working on the mental part, whatever it is, it's going to be catered to exactly what you need. So, in the program, it's going to solve for everything that is causing your poor sleep from a body and mind perspective. So you don't have to spend any more money to sleep well again, and to work on your sleep so that you wake up feeling refreshed and have energy for the day. So in the program, we get data from functional lab testing that will pinpoint exactly why you aren't sleeping. So you can stop waiting forever to see specialists that likely won't be able to help anyway, or that are just going to prescribe a drug to help. And you also get a personalized protocol to get your body back in balance so you can sleep normally as quickly as possible without needing medication to sleep, if that is your goal. And again, we offer you 6 months of support to ensure that you implement your plan and that it works for you, so you don't waste any more money on things that won't work. So we're looking at everything. We're giving you support as you implement the plan. I can't tell you, a lot of people who've gone to naturopaths, functional medicine doctors, one of the reasons why they didn't get better is because there was no support there. They were given this long list of supplements to take and told to make all these diet changes. And then there was no way to follow up and get questions answered except by making an appointment months later. There's no support in helping actually implement the diet changes. And what if they don't do well with a certain supplement? And so they would, it's easy to just give up when you feel overwhelmed and things aren't working and you can't get any feedback, then you just give up. And so the support is what makes the program so successful. All right, so I am going to put the link to, I've got the wrong link here. To information about the Complete Sleep Solution program. And the first step is to actually book a free consultation with me. So if you are ready to get to the root cause of your sleep issues using functional lab testing with a body and mind approach, that is what we can help you with. And so you can actually schedule a free consultation with me, and we'll talk about what's going on with your sleep and health, what your goals are, how you want to be sleeping, and I will tell you the steps that we can take to get there, and why everything you've tried so far hasn't worked. I'm sure you've been trying to do all the right things. I mean, so many of my clients, like that is what kills me really, is like they're following all the online advice, they're going to their doctor, like they're doing everything that they know to do. And that, if you Google why can't you sleep, this is what you're told to do. Like they're trying to do all the things. They're changing their diet, they've stopped drinking alcohol, and they still haven't gotten better. And it's just because there are still underlying health issues that haven't been addressed. So we can find out what they are and fix them so you can sleep well. And I just want you to know, like, you are meant to sleep well. Our, you know, Sometimes I feel like a broken record when I say this, but our bodies as humans, we have evolved for tens of thousands, up to millions of years, and we still need to spend a third of our lives asleep. That's how important it is. And so that what that means is that it's what your body wants to be doing. We need to be getting at least 7 hours of sleep so that we can wake up feeling rested, have energy, so that our brain can clear the plaques and not develop Alzheimer's. So much happens when we sleep, so much repair in the body, to our immune system, to everything, that we need sleep. And it's what our bodies are meant to do. And if you aren't sleeping, it just means that there's something getting in the way of that. And we can find what it is and correct it so you can sleep well permanently and restore your health so you can live a long and healthy life. All right, everyone, thanks so much for listening. And I will be back on Monday. Again, I will not be able to go live tomorrow because I'm going to be in an event all day. I'm going to talk on Monday how to get off sleeping pills and still sleep well. So many of my clients are on sleeping pills because, they didn't have another option, and we get desperate for sleep, but they don't want to be on them, right? They don't want to depend on medication to be able to sleep. So if that's you, you definitely want to join on Monday or listen to the replay. And so I look forward to talking to you then.